For Star Wars fans, lightsaber duels will never not be awesome. But according to people like this commenter, my opinion is trash and I should never by any means try and rank these. So guess what we're doing today? I have both enough time and pettiness to sit down and rank every single duel within the Skywalker saga, with the only qualifiers for this ranking being that it had to have taken place within episodes 1 through 9, and there needs to be at least one lightsaber on either side of the conflict, so the throne room scene from TLJ is disqualified. With all that being said, let's start from the bottom of the barrel and work our way up. Count Dooku versus ObiWan, Anakin, and Yoda has to be the dumbest thing I've ever been subjected to watching during a feature film. This is easily the worst lightsaber choreography across any of the 9 main films. From waving glow sticks in the dark to Anakin hitting a T-pose to allow Dooku to cut off his arm, even as a child, I was not impressed. And it only gets stupider once Yoda whips out his little laser sword and goes to town. Yoda should be to Sith Lords what Darth Vader is to Jedi. He should be a final boss that appears without a health bar. So him doing ninja flips just to keep up with a taller opponent makes my eyes roll to the back of my head. Next up is Obi-Wan Kenobi versus General Grievous. I'm gonna be honest, this one is personal. Because as a child, this is the Grievous I thought was gonna show up to this fight. But instead we got this Grievous, the famed Jedi killer who specializes in killing multiple Jedi at one time, could not last a full minute with a single Jedi. Also in the middle of this fight, there's a chase sequence involving a hamster wheel and a giant lizard. The fact that this is the description for the actual fight and not the Lego video game version is why it's here on the list. But don't worry, this isn't just a prequel bashing video, because next up is Kylo Ren vs. Rey Round 2 on top of the ruins of the Death Star. A duel amongst violently crashing waves atop the ruins of a super weapon should feel a lot more interesting than this. When it comes to a good duel, location is just as important as choreography, and this location doesn't really lend itself well to interesting choreography. If it took place within the ruins of the Death Star, it might have a different place on the list, but as it is now, it's like watching the Final Destination map from Smash Bros. With no items turned on. Next on my list, Mace Windu vs. Palpatine. Say what you will about the Acolyte, but at least it knew what to do when you have a scenario when there is one Sith and several Jedi. Honestly, don't care how many people rationalize this by saying he used a Force Scream. The sight of Palpatine spinning through the air like a Beyblade before taking out 2 Jedi Masters who offer no resistance will never not be crazy to me. But once it's just Palpatine and Sidious, it's not half bad. The window-shattering bit always puts a smile on my face, and if we could just remove the CGI backflip that Palpatine pulls off, it might be a little bit higher. Now this is what I call an improvement.